Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us and welcome back. I'm Steve.
And I'm Scott.
And together we're Backyard Musings. I'm in Apple Valley.
And I'm in Bunker still, but it is moving day. Moving to a new
It's
location.
moving
We're being chased out. Yep.
Okay.
They
We
found
are
our
the science,
location. Go ahead. Sorry.
we are the Science and Technology Channel, and Scott is getting evacuated.
Yeah, no, we're having to move. They found us, so we got to move to a new location. So, yeah.
Really exciting story today about Mars. Near surface water ice could supply essential resources for future human exploration on the red planet. Before sending people on the long trip to another
Where are
world.
you?
Me, I'm in Apple Valley. I just got that
Yeah.
background so you don't see the kitchen and
Oh,
stuff.
I see. Okay, yeah, Santa kind of thing, right?
I'm in a
Chimney.
bunker.
Gotcha. Okay.
Mission planners must decide a safe and practical landing location on Mars. Recent work by a researcher at the University of Mississippi, may help identify a promising spot on Mars. The results were published in the Journal of Geophysical Research Planets on May 3rd, 2025. Would you like to know more?
Okay, here we go. Erica Luzzi, a planetary geologist and postdoctoral researcher at the Mississippi Minerals Resource Institute, led a study that uncovered signs of water ice lying just beneath the Martian surface. The results suggest a valuable resource that future astronauts could rely on. Quote, if we're going to send humans to Mars, and we will send humans to Mars,
Yep.
you need H2O, and not just for drinking, but for propellant and all manner of applications. This is according to Dr. Luzzi. I guess I can refer to her as a doctor, right?
Right.
Yeah. She completed the research as part of her postdoctoral studies at the Bay Area Environmental Research Institute within the NASA Ames Research Center. Okay.
Quote, and finding it close to the surface is helpful because we can easily extract it and use it. This is called in situ resource utilization. If you're in construction, you know what in situ means. And it's an important practice for any space exploration. By examining high-res images from orbit, now that seems kind of shaky, high-res from orbit, Lucy's team identified features that point to ice sitting less than 1 meter below the ground in Amazonas Planitia, a broad region in Mars' mid-latitudes. So if it's mid-latitudes, it should be tropical, right? This area is already being evaluated as a potential landing zone for future human crews.
Okay, so 1 meter, that's not very long, right? That's about a yard.
3 foot.
Right?
3 foot, yep.
Yeah. And okay, so enlighten us. What does in situ mean?
That means in the
a
ground.
situation?
In
What's
the
that?
ground. In the ground.
So what kind of language is that?
That's Latin.
Okay. All right. Quote, the mid-latitudes offer the perfect compromise. They get enough sunlight for power, but they're still cold enough to preserve ice near the surface, Luzzi said. That makes them ideal for future landing sites. That's a quote. Using satellite images from HiRISE, the highest resolution camera ever sent to another planet, the researchers identified ice-exposing craters, polygonal terrain, and other morphologies that typically suggest ice near the surface. Okay.
Well, I'll take their word for it. Finding water ice means that human explorers will be able to use resources on the planet to provide drinking water, fuel, oxygen, and other forms of life support. For the moon, quote, for the moon, it would take us 1 week, more or less, to go back and forth to Earth for resupply, said Giacomo Najumi, postdoctoral researcher at the Space Science Data Center of the Italian Space Agency and co-author of the study. Continuing his quote, but for Mars, it would take months. So we have to be prepared for not having resupply from Earth for extended periods of time. Or I might add, when you send the astronauts, just turn around and send the resupply right after them, like a day after, a week after, and just keep doing that, a resupply, and build up your supplies on Mars. I mean, is that am I weird on this one?
Well, I don't know. Isn't that kind of a military thing, right? I mean, you guys are there for a long period of time. They continue to send supplies, right? Probably
Right.
whether you need them or not, they send them just in case
Right. You
they
don't
can't
wait
come
until
back. So
just-in-time inventory. Keep sending your basics that you need.
yeah, because you don't know if you can't send it. I mean, you may not be able to send it next week or 2 weeks or whatever. So, all
Right.
right. Quote again: the most important resources are oxygen to breathe and water to drink. That's what makes our candidate landing site really promising. And that's a quote. Ice can also preserve indicators of life, both past and present, the researchers said. This also has astrobiological implications, Lucy said. On Earth, ice can preserve biomarkers of past life, and it can also host microbial populations. So it could tell us if Mars was ever habitable. Ooh, okay.
Really cool. To get samples of the ice, humans would have to send a robot or an exploration mission. Quote, the next step would be a radar analysis to better understand the depth and patchiness of ice, the Ole Miss researcher said. Continuing to quote, the lag deposit material on top of the ice might vary, which affects whether the ice is preserved. Understanding that will help us decide where a robotic precursor should land.
A rover or human expedition is also necessary to determine whether the ice formations at these locations are purely water ice or if they contain other materials. Quote, we will never be sure of something if we don't have a rover, a lander, or a human to take real measurements, Najumi said. We have strong evidence to suggest that this is water ice, but until we go there and measure it, we won't be 100% sure. So, okay, got to get somebody there.
Humans are still a long way from exploring the red planet on their own 2 feet, but the researchers' work shows where those first footsteps might land.
Yeah, I'm thinking this is probably the same type of a build. I mean, I was a little kid, but there was the same type of a build up before we went to the moon, right? We did all kinds of pass-bys and explorations and
Because it's pretty close.
yeah,
It's relatively
satellites that
close.
landed there. Yeah, which is exactly so. And the temperature there is not nearly as uninhabitable as Mars. So,
Right. And
but yeah,
on Mars, we've got the rover on Mars right now, and we've got that satellite orbiting with the high Mars and the high rise that can look down. So we've got that. The next logical is put boots on the ground.
Yeah, so that's the next mark, right? I mean, Mars is where we're headed. So, which is cool. Maybe not my lifetime, but hopefully my grandkids, definitely my grandkids' lifetime. That would be very cool. So,
Remember, we did that segment about the robots. They were on that Spanish island, and they were testing robots to go down into lava tubes for habitation.
Yeah.
Send those same robots to Mars and have them do a little bit of digging.
Yeah, why not? They're expendable.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, folks. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you in the afternoon.
Take care.